watching and now the band. We're here with Calloway from Buga. Um, what a fucking rad ass band you guys are.
Thanks, man. We
What a
try our best.
hell yeah. So I don't even know, like, how did we get connected initially? Do you know?
It had to have been Braun, because he saw us at a festival and helped us load all our gear. Then we played with Crop. I don't know, a few months after that, and we were, finishing up this record. And I guess he sort of said, "Hey, you should check out Third House and talk to Reagan." I don't know though. I think Jimmy handled a whole lot of that back and forth, and I don't think there was a ton of it.
Cool. I
I
love
think it was
that.
a couple of emails like y'all into it.
Yeah, we're like, we like the music, let's fucking do it.
Yeah,
Like
hell yeah, man.
it's all cool. So I mean that's the I think that's the most important thing, right? Is do we all mesh like do we get along
Hmm.
enough to be able to do this? And do we like the music?
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, the first one, I don't know if Ooga Booga even gets along enough to do it, but you got to get along just enough.
Just
51%.
just just it's 50.25%.
Yeah,
Like
there you go.
I don't know. I mean, that's fucking cool. So you guys have been like super fucking active over the last couple of years. With obviously watching you guys you fucking headed out to Japan and fucking played some
Mhm.
shows out there. How first, how the fuck was that?
It is bananas. It was a vacation for the band, but we played every night. I mean, it was a tour. It's just, it wasn't a money making venture, so to speak. It was just a good time. But yeah, greatest tour I've ever been on. It was a blast. We did so much like touristy stuff during the day, and then we'd come out, play the show, hang out with the other bands till 2 or 3 in the morning, go to sleep, wake up at like 8 and do it again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like that's what you
Yeah,
want though.
I was
Yeah.
tuckered out though.
How long were you guys over there for?
uh Counting the day we landed and the day we flew out, because we flew out at like 7 o'clock at night. It was 10 days, so
Okay.
we did 8 shows. We played every night except the night we landed,
How
and then
how did the
came back.
shows in Japan compare to the shows in the States?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you might get a different answer from the three of us, and then from everybody who's gone out there. But I was sort of surprised that it didn't feel different. It's like the language barrier was a thing, but otherwise it felt like the people were all had a very similar vibe to playing rock shows here. The venues were awesome. They were much smaller and they're all underground, I think, except the first night. So you're going into these like down a couple flights of stairs into this like tiny room that was it'd pack out with 20 people. But it was a blast. I mean, to me, it felt very similar to hanging out with bands and playing shows here. Same sort of timeline, same sort of like camaraderie.
Hell yeah. That's the thing that I wholeheartedly believe is like music is the thing that brings us together. Wh-
Yeah.
If there's it doesn't matter if you speak a different language or fucking whatever, like it's like for us that I'll say are fucking lifers, it's just like we're just here for the fucking music, like play music.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. I mean, that's was definitely like I think what surprised me the most was how good the bands were over there. This thing that happens in it doesn't happen that much with Ooga Booga or like with the metal bands, but it's still a little bit. But I've had it way worse with other bands where you show up to the venue and you kind of everybody's sort of like giving each other the side eye, like feeling each other out. They're a little skeptical, and then by the end of the night, everybody's played. Then you respect each other and you're all friends. And it's
Yeah.
this sort of funny thing that I've noticed over years, and that didn't happen at all in Japan. Like the bands were better than us every night. They were just killer creative, like talented. They had the chops and the songs. But we'd show up and they were so enthusiastic and kind and like, we didn't we knew how to say a couple of funny things in Japanese and maybe we type in on our phone and show each other, but it was just sort of like good vibes immediately. And then at the end of the night, especially like the back half of the tour, we ended up like going out with other bands every night after the shows, which was surprising, you know, but it was super fun. And it is funny. It's like we all, especially playing metal, you don't know what the words are anyway. It doesn't matter. Like we're all stoked about it and just like super encouraging to each other.
So you made some good connections with some rad fucking bands over there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of them will keep up. There's a couple of bands and a couple of people we're like trying to convince to come over here, but that's tough, you know. And Rafa, the guy who booked it, he's like, you know, we were talking about going back. That we were sitting in the airport. We're like, we're coming back next year, you know. And he's a cool guy. He's like real tied into the scene. But there's a one band I really want to come to the U.S. I don't think they ever will, but they were awesome. They were the first band we saw the entire time, called Keats and Navy. Everybody should listen to them. They're on Spotify and everything. But we were just like the entire time we're like hitting them with Instagram messages, being like, "You got to come to the U.S. Like we'll book the whole tour for you. You can stay with
Yeah.
us."
Hell yeah. I mean, dude, that's how it's done. That's how it's been done for so many fucking years that like, I remember in the fucking 90s, bands coming over from Australia and same thing, right? Like it's just, hey, we went over there and played with them. They came over here and played with us.
Right.
And it's expensive. Like you don't these first few tours when you're going to these other places, you don't make any fucking money, but if you can afford to do it, like it's a good way to build that fan
Yeah.
base.
I mean, and in a lot of ways, the barrier to entry is the flight. You know, that's a chunk. But and touring, you don't make any fucking money in the first place,
Yeah.
or we don't. At least I don't know if there are folks out there doing it. I'd love your secrets, but it is like if you get the
Merchandising,
flight
dude.
over, it's no different than touring at home as far as the cost goes.
Yeah.
Japan was way cheaper. Maybe for them it would be because Japan is a lot cheaper to sort of survive. Just like the cost of living is a lot lower.
Hmm. I've been I've been looking at houses in Japan to buy.
You should do. I think they have programs about like going and rehabbing houses out there. You can
Yeah,
get them real cheap.
I was just looking at a house that was like 2,500 bucks.
You gonna do it? You gonna send it?
Probably. My wife is like, I'm not doing that. Like, I probably fucking will, dude, if I can afford to do it.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, it's crazy too. The first night we were there, we didn't know what we were doing. We were in Kobe, and we walk into the bar, which was like some shit out of Star Wars. It was crazy. The train was like went on top of the bar. It was tiny. The venue was upstairs, and like it looked like a practice room in a barn, sort of.
Oh yeah.
But it was owned by a Canadian dude. So we walk in, and it's like him. It's a bunch of Irish and like English people there. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then like the first band, their drummer spoke English like perfectly, and he was the first person I spoke to. And so it was like this weird moment. Once people started coming in, obviously, it's like, all right, we are in Japan, like. But they were all like transplants for similar reasons. They moved over there for a job, or they wanted to do something or other, and just stuck around for the last. I think they were all friends. They'd all been there for like 10 or 11 years at that point.
Oh, that's
Um,
fucking cool.
but yeah, man, it seems more doable than I would have thought before we went out.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised at the cost of living comment you made. Just because I feel like, here it's so fucking expensive. Like everything is so fucking expensive. I'm waiting for them to increase the fucking price on your tap water, like
Yeah, that's
you
it's funny that you said the water, because that's my biggest that was my biggest comparison is like get a liter bottle of water over there, and it was like $1, and then here it's like you're spending $3 on a fucking Aquafina or whatever. It's
yeah.
but it was pretty much everything like that. The beer was cheaper, which was awesome for us. It's one of the 4 words we all knew when going into it.
I mean, the important things, right? Beer, bathroom, and food.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the toilets are fucking badass, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I'm like just in the country, so I
you're in
got
the
no
fucking
internet and my service.
you're in the mountains, dude. I can see out your fucking window.
Yeah, dude. Let me see. I got this thing on a. My place is trash, but that's where the sun sets right over there.
That's dope.
Pretty nice. It's a nice little spot. But I'm like in Charlottesville. It's 2 miles outside of town.
Hell
You
yeah.
get out of the city and cell service drops immediately, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, especially in the mountains, dude. Like those fucking mountains are like, fuck
Yeah,
you. You can't talk to anyone. You're like, you son of a bitch. Uh,
I don't mind it.
so okay, so like Japan was fucking super rad. Uh, US, I feel like I'm obviously I'm watching you guys and watching what you're doing. I feel like you guys are really like I'm gonna say gaining steam, and by that I mean like I feel like your fan base is really like fucking growing and picking up behind you, which is super fucking awesome. Uh, how do you feel like going into fucking all these towns and seeing all the, are you starting to see familiar faces?
Well, essentially, I've been on the road a long time, and it about a year ago we started playing, and it doesn't happen much. I mean, it's a couple of people here and there, but where I saw some people wearing our merch that I had never met, um, and you see it like when we get closer to home, like you hear people see people singing along to fucking Righteous Man, which
Yeah.
is hilarious to me because it's a pretty downer song. Um, and I don't know, it's cool. Like I think that stuff is interesting, and I can feel it with the gigs and stuff. But we're still like real small fish in all of this thing, and I don't really. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a jack off, but like Jimmy he works his ass off to book us and to make all these connections, and he does a lot of work with Instagram and sort of figuring out how to navigate the algorithms and the right time to drop your shit and the branding, which is mostly just based off a bunch of lore, silly nonsense. Um, in a weird way, I kind of don't love making progress like that because I'm like trying to be a fucking like an artist. It's like this weird thing of like you get a whiff of it and then you start thinking like that's what you got to chase. And I kind of hate that shit. I played empty rooms since I was 20 years old and I don't mind it. It's still fun. But at the
Yeah,
same time,
but
we get awesome opportunities and we get to work with awesome people that like that's sort of there's like a process thing and then there's this result that you end up being really thankful for. Like our next show is opening for fucking Whitechapel. It was the biggest metal band in the world when I was getting into extreme metal. It's like
is that with are
I
they
couldn't
with
have guessed that would have happened, and I'm
entheos and tracheotomy?
with Inter Arma.
Oh, that's fucking rad.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, so like they're playing here with
Yeah.
entheos and tracheotomy, dude.
Oh hell yeah. That's funny. I guess I thought Inter Arma was on the run with them. But they also it's just the three of us. I'm pretty sure for that show. Um, I think they were added like right around when we were, so maybe it's just a one off for them where they're overlapping or something.
Oh, that could be like added something on an off night or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So
but
let's
yeah, I
let
don't know, man. It's cool. It is cool getting to like, I guess, feeling like there is some progress. I think I'm hesitant to care too much about it because I think it's an addictive dopamine hit that I don't particularly want. Like, I don't think it's going to be helpful to make us a better band. You start seeing people in the crowd singing your song, you say, well, let's write a fucking song that they'll sing along to next time. And you write shitty songs, you're trying to do something rather than like what you
well,
want it to sound like.
that's it, right? But that's where the authenticity is too. Like, and don't fool yourself. Like, don't let yourself not enjoy that fucking those dopamine hits, because that's the shit that keeps us going, from one day to the
Right.
next. But but you're right, man. You've got to. I think it takes a special person to be able to go, okay, hold on, like this is really cool, but I don't want to shape our music around this, which is like what Metallica did, right? Like they started
Right.
seeing a lot of success and they were like, oh, we're doing that. We're gonna write radio friendly shit and
Well,
whatever.
dude, they're a good example because they did the other thing that people do right after that, where they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do whatever we want to," and then like went a little too far in the other direction.
Yeah.
And for the record, I think I'm very susceptible to the ego trip. That like that's why I try to back off from it. Where it's like, now, fuck that. Like it's fine. Just keep moving forward. Every gig's the same sort of thing. Um, but yeah, I think it's like there is this. I now have this like desire to be like, let's make a mathy blues album, and some of the shit we're working on right now is just mathy blues. Like it's not metal, it's not that heavy. It's like a rock song, and I like it, and we're sort of rolling with it. But we're for the newer stuff, we're trying to throw a little bit more at the wall, and then see what sticks, but like not take everything.
Yeah.
The first two records it's everything we had written, save for a bunch of shit I had before Nico and Jimmy joined the band. So I don't know. I think it's a weird middle ground to walk, but it is. I think I had a little thing of being like, I'm in a band. I'm still touring in bands, and I'm 30 now, and had some shit hit me last year that was like had to sacrifice a lot because I continue to tour in bands and stuff. And I think it is helpful to have some payoff from that.
Yeah.
Even if it's where we're at now, we might sell 10 tickets to a show out of town.
Whatever, dude. Like I think any little step in that direction is, it's a little bit of like, oh, that's a little feather in my cap. Like, oh, that dude
Right.
was at the show the last time we were in town. That's fucking cool. And I know it was
Right.
just him, but yes.
Dude, well, and it's you get to meet so many cool people. Like we play these shows sometimes where it's three bands we've played with before multiple times. It just turns into like the most fun hang sesh you'll have, and we're all like, I think I love that shit. Is like we've met so many people, and like the three of us are all kind of chuckle fucks, man. So we meet each other, we meet people, and we joke around with them, and it's really fun to be like, cool. I got all these buddies that are in these killer bands. We're all like, we have all this mutual respect, and we like hanging out, and we get to see each other all the time,
Yeah.
and do my favorite thing in the world to do.
It's, it starts off like, oh, I want to do something with music. And then the more you do it, it's exactly what you said. It's like, oh, like, yeah, the music is cool, but I get to go fucking hang out with my friends and play music, which is like, ah, what do you want to do? Play music? Fuck yeah, let's go hang out. Like
Right.
I was just talking with Matt Young and Mike De Leon from like King Parrot and Soulfly, and that's what they said. They're like, dude, we're on the fucking road for 6 weeks with our fucking friends. Like, it's the best thing ever. Like, fuck yeah.
Dude, I think that's what got me like addicted to touring when I was 20 and 21 is this like, I don't know. It's like you have just enough purpose that it doesn't feel like you're going on like a fishing trip with your buddies.
Yeah.
You like got to be somewhere. You got to do something every night. But then it's just like, I mean, in a lot of ways, it kind of is. Like it's like going on a fishing trip and meeting up with your other fishing buddies, and then
Yeah.
going to the next place. Um, and I think like that's as far as the like upright, like the trajectory thing goes. The things I keep my eye on are like, have we did we do our thing that most bands do in their first 2 or 3 years, where it just skyrockets? Like you go from we're
Well,
booking our first gig.
hold on, dude. Like you say, most bands in the first 2 or 3 years, but if we look back, historically at bands, it's not the first 2 or 3 years that is like a make or break, right? Like I think,
Well, I'm not talking about like on a national. I'm talking about like locally,
okay,
like from a band says this is our first show to them doing their CD release party, and a lot of bands do one, and and they're like they got a buzz going, and then it becomes hard to keep the fire the same way. And I've been in like I feel like a lot of the bands I've been in have been that way, where it's like yeah, we're doing all this awesome shit. You start like you go from nobody knows you to a few people in town know you to like you're part of the scene, and then it gets hard to keep it going. And then some bands they're still going, but it's like you kind of have like a you get to this level and then you drop to right here and you kind of coast on it for a while. Um, I
Well,
think that's fun.
I
Sorry, you
think
can talk.
I think a lot of bands that do that is they get a certain level of what we'll call success, for lack of a better term, and they go, "Oh, we can let off the gas." And it really
Yeah,
depends on like, and that's okay, right? I am in no way like shitting on those bands, right? Because there's literally room for everyone. If you want to play in your fucking garage and just play music there, that's cool, right? But if if you want to fucking do something, you can't let your foot off the gas.
but you gotta press the gas harder. It's funny that you said that because that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in a stupid like psych rock band and like make a record and just like bum around and play a gig every month. Um, and Jimmy's doesn't think that way, which half of me is thankful for, half of me, it comes with some frustration about like trying to go opposite directions and playing this game of tug of war. I think it'd be different if Nico and I didn't spend the last 5 years on the road with each other in the first place.
Yeah.
We're really 7 now. Shit, we met in 2019 and did 5 weeks. So it wasn't like, okay, I got to get used to this now. It was like, all right, we're getting back into it. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think I have trouble. This is all like, I feel like the way this comes off is not how I really want it to come off, but I'm going to say it because I think it's important. Is I just, I have trouble being like, the band's gonna make it. Like even the terms make it or whatever. It's like my thing is I wanted to write a story. It's been like I want to make 3 records that tell this story. It's a fucking stupid story and see what happens. And more's happening than I thought would. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
But it's still like it still feels like an experiment, and maybe that's why it still feels fresh in some
It
ways.
it should always feel like an experiment.
Right.
Like you're creating, right? If it stops feeling like an experiment and starts feeling like a math problem, one plus one
Right.
will
Yeah.
always equal two. You know what I mean? Like fuck that. So that's why I like Deftones, because I feel like with them it is a every album, you listen to any album and you know what era they were in,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
They don't fucking sound the same anywhere in their discography, which is super fucking rad. So, and I think
Yeah, man, it
that's
gets weird though. Even that shit, you kind of get into a head loop about like, like have I used this rhythm too much on the last record? Like this pattern or this chord progression. It's like I think I'm a little neurotic about that shit. And then you're like, whatever. Does it sound good? Does it do what I want it to do? But um, there's definitely it feels like you're splitting a gap. I think with a lot of this stuff where it's like trying to be professional and treat it professionally, and then trying to have fun, trying to be creative but not get like up your ass about your creativity.
yeah. Well, you can't, right? Like there also has to be that balance, especially doing what you guys are doing, fucking getting out there doing runs constantly and pushing and getting further. Like you've got to find a spot to um really enjoy what you're fucking doing. Because when you stop
Right.
enjoying it is when like, cool, we may as well do something else because fuck this.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I think last year we played something like I don't know 85, 90 shows, which in the grand scheme of things isn't bananas crazy, but it's a lot.
That's 3 months, dude.
That was so polite of Zoom to cut out right when the train was going by and come back right as it passed.
Hell yeah. Thanks,
Um,
Zoom. Okay. So we're having connectivity issues. So let's jump right to like legalize, and we'll do at the end we'll have you do a little fucking promo for you rad motherfuckers at Legalize. So let me ask you, what day are you guys playing? Because I don't know.
Saturday, I believe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. I don't know if you're fucking with me, but I'm glad you don't know either because I just kind of I do it like 3 days beforehand. I usually
No,
know.
I fucking I texted Braun to see if he'd send me the fucking thing, and he's not responded to me. So I I seriously, the only bands that I know are playing Saturday for sure, or the only bands that I know that are playing for sure are the pre-show bands, right? Blessed Black
Mhm.
Lordship, Florist, and Winners, and I know Crop and uh Supreme Mystic on Saturday, but that's
Okay, then we are definitely on Saturday because that was I think when Braun added us to it, he was like, "Y'all are gonna go on before us," you know, in his way.
yeah. Okay, that's cool. So, man, I wish I fucking had I wish I knew what day everyone was playing because it's gonna be a super rad weekend. Um, are you guys gonna be there all weekend, or are you running around your day?
I think that's a one-off for us. I think
Cool.
we're gonna work on Friday and then roll out there on Saturday morning. Try to get there pretty early, but that's a pretty long drive for us. So I don't know how much we're gonna catch.
Yeah. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of rad fucking bands all weekend, dude.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. We talked about trying to book something for that Friday night on the way out there, so that we could get in town on Saturday a little bit earlier. But part of it just has to do with my work, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I mean, doesn't matter how late you work if you just fucking drive in Friday night too.
Do you like the things that you do?
Most of them, yeah. Yeah, because I'm a people person, as I'm sure you can see. Like I love talking with people. Just I'll
Yeah, I
chat
was
about
actually
fucking
literally
anything.
about to be like, you're gonna cut a bunch of this shit down, right? Because I
Uh,
always forget that you're filming stuff, and then just get into having a conversation with you.
yeah, that's because that's what I want it to be like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome. I just
yeah.
don't, I'm fucking shy, dude. I don't know.
Not with me. You're not like you're just fucking like yeah, whatever.
It's because we're BFFs now, Tom.
Yes,
This is our second time meeting, so we're BFFs.
we're BFFs. Who was I talking to? Oh, one of the dudes from Florist who are playing the Legalized pre-show for all of you. Um, they we were chatting last night and we got on talking about coffee. And this morning, the guy, so Kevin, someone in the band was like, "Oh, he's in a coffee addiction because of cocaine." And I was, laughing. I was laughing about it. And fucking this morning, um, I see a fucking ad for Cuban coffee, and it was called Cocaine Cuba.
Well, wait, is he off the coke now though and using the coffee,
He
or did he
he
double up?
he, he wasn't really on coke. It was just a joke, I think. I don't know. Now he
Yeah, I
just
guess we
smokes.
shouldn't blow up their spot even
Yeah,
if it wasn't.
yeah. He smokes
I
a
bet
lot
you
of
that's
weed
some
now,
high octane fucking coffee though, man.
dude. If you're gonna call the coffee cocaine, I think you fucking
Yeah, better deliver.
yeah, no shit. It's like the old school Coca-Cola. Little
Yeah.
sprinkle of some
Then
go.
you get motherfuckers cutting it with Folgers and selling the same bag.
I'll say you 14 grams, motherfucker. Like, so I just thought that shit was funny. So we were talking in that text this morning, and I was like, "Are we fucking are we best friends now?" Like, because it was like coffee and cats and dogs and fucking, you know, stupid
Yeah,
shit.
man, Legalize is just gonna be everybody there trying to hug you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
I'm gonna
dude.
get my
That's that's the best thing about Legalize is like seriously, it's just a big fucking family, dude. We all fucking come together. We have a great time. There's usually not any bullshit. Um, I
We'll
I'm gonna
see. Let's see what we can do for that.
I missed fucking so many bands last year because I was talking with people like outside, the inside playing. I'm like, fuck, I wanted to watch them. Damn it.
Dude, it's tough because you don't also, band starts, you don't want to be a dick and be like, that's normally what I do, but I mean, there's a lot of bands playing. At a certain point, you're like, all right, we'll let them do a couple of tunes.
Well, I like so the last 2 years, what we've done is, or what Braun and Josh have done is they've staggered bands earlier in the day, like outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. So you don't really get a break
Mm-hmm.
until later in the night. And like the last probably three or four bands, there's like band, right, takedown set up. So like I was saying, like previously they fucking stagger the bands, so you don't really like if you want to see all the
Mm-hmm.
bands, you're just always bouncing.
Yeah.
Well, this year everyone's on the inside stage, so you get you'll have for us, festival goers, non-musician types. Um, you'll have a reprieve between bands. We can go
Right.
outside and
Dude, I actually the festival we met Braun at was the most expertly executed two-stage festival I've ever been to,
Asheville
and
Doomed and
they
Stoned.
definitely needed to build in. Huh?
Was that Asheville?
Yeah, it was Doomed and Stoned.
Yeah,
Um, but it was like we got to build in some change over time. Like it was just nonstop on every stage. Like you hit your last note, you give it a beat, and then first down beat happens.
yeah,
And it was great. I've never seen anybody pull it off as well as they did, but it was definitely a little bit much.
yeah. So that's something that the older I get, the more I am like realizing that as well. It's just in the last couple of years I realized like I used to be like, dude, five band bills are great. Fuck, not anymore. I'm like, I want three bands. That's
You
it.
know,
You know?
dude. I mean, I come from mostly a world of one band playing 3 hours and doing two sets. And so when we started doing these like 5 or 6 band bills, even four when the band first started, I was like, man.
I'm gonna fucking lose you again.
But what were we saying before the first dropout?
Um, we were just talking about the fucking bands bouncing back and forth.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that was the biggest thing is like the, for me there's a such thing as like the audio exhaustion. Um, we there's an artist that's trying to like think of their fucking name, but the artist name is Benzodrones, and it's two guys twisting knobs, almost
Mm-hmm.
it's essentially a noise project, right? But it's not like noise. It's just it's different sounds and
Right.
layers and
Yeah.
shit. Like so, we there was a show Reagan booked probably like 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, and had Benzodrones there. So between bands, there was no like playlist. It was just like band gets off,
Yeah.
Benzodrones start, and it was enough of like a palate cleanser before the next band started. At the end, I think we had four bands. I was like, this is fucking great. I'm not like, God, I wish these bands would stop as much as I love them, you know?
But when we played in Yokohama, we had the same thing. I think I may have lost you again.
No, I'm
You there?
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where the opening band is a bass player and a DJ, and he had like a little synth and like some turntables and some crazy guitar pedals. And they did the same thing throughout the night, and it was fucking awesome. Like, I mean, we're already pretty against playing metal as house music at metal shows.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like you don't need to do it. we always want like 90s country or P-Funk or something. Um, but I think it ends up being a disservice to the bands, I think is what I've realized is when everybody's back to back and they're within a similar genre, it just starts like you don't appreciate the shit that they're doing anymore because you're like, okay, cool. This feels like it's, minorly shifting one long set. I'm not really
Yeah.
like thinking about or listening to what your band does specifically.
Well, and that's like I think that's one of the issues that I always have at shows is the sound man typically like when you're at a metal show, he plays metal and it's like you get no fucking you get no palate cleanser. I fucking
Right.
love I love sushi, but when I change roles, I need something to cleanse my palate so I can get
Right.
fucking
Well, and then you have the dudes that are like, I mean, y'all are like a stoner band. I'm playing Carcass. It's totally different. It's like, no, it's the fucking, it feels the same, dude.
yeah, yeah. Like put on Taylor Swift. Chase some of these people out of the bar for a little bit. They'll come back in and
Yeah.
be like
It's also
refreshed.
way funnier. It's way funnier to do some totally different shit.
So you know what you do? You find the worst fucking bands you possibly can, and you make a playlist of them, and you fucking here. This is our playlist. This is what we want tonight.
Yep. At least then you get a big jump. Even if your band sucks, even if you're having a bad night, still
Yeah,
like, all right, at
it's
least it's
like
not the shit that they were playing on the house
step up
music.
from that bullshit. Like this is cool. God, dude, I swear to God, I wish I had. We used to have this CD from this dude called I think his name was Kenny Kenneth. He was a he was on the Howard Stern show for a little bit. So he wrote this fucking music and recorded it, everything. And I'm telling you, like, we would have parties. Now, mind you, this is probably 25 years ago that I had this. So we would have fucking parties and everyone's like hanging out talking. I'd walk over to the CD player and throw this fucking thing in and see like how long it would take people to notice. And I shit you not, the first minute of that fucking thing playing, a half a dozen people were like, turn that shit off.
The fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah, it was so hilarious, but I did it because it was fucking funny, dude. Um, and I, dude, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but that was some of the
It's not going to be Kenny Kenneth. It's going to be all the people who follow him religiously who are about to take down fucking Third House music. They're going to storm Legalize.
show up, buy your tickets. I don't care. Um, it was literally some of the worst shit that I've ever heard, dude. I'm like, no way. Uh, talking about locking his cat outside his back door or something like,
All right, well, then never mind. Fuck Kenny. You
yeah,
can't be doing that.
no, it was so weird, so stupid. It was hilariously funny. I used to make copies and tell people it was my band at shows. Like, here, yeah, this is my band. They're like, what the fuck? And so I know there are a bunch of people running around going, man, that dude, that was some of the worst shit I've ever heard. Uh,
Dude, that's what we've lost with digital media now, or with streaming. You can't fool people anymore with a burnt CD.
yes, you can.
Got to bring them back. Dude, I mean, I have a CD player, but I don't know that many people who still got them in their cars.
Dude,
Do you
yeah,
have
I
one?
don't, I do not. Unless you, I think unless you ask for it specifically, the new cars don't come with it. Like mine doesn't for sure. Um, I thought that it was gonna fucking, I thought it was gonna have a CD player when I bought it, and I was so excited, and then there didn't have a fucking CD player. So is there a band at Legalize that you really want to fucking see?
Oh, dude, I need to look at the schedule. Well, one, we played with Dead Runes a few weeks ago in Nashville, and those guys are kick ass. So I'm
Dude,
excited to see them again.
they've got I've got all their new music on my fucking phone.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck, it's good.
Dude, I didn't. Well, I guess we did that Asheville festival with them, and I did not remember them. Maybe because of the namesake of the festival. Uh, but we played in Nashville, this awesome like old school rock and roll club, and they were awesome, man.
Where did you guys play in Nashville?
Called The End.
Oh yeah.
They were saying that that used to be a block of like rock venues and music stores and stuff, and now it's like one of the few remaining
Yeah.
pieces of the old Nashville.
Dude,
But
Nashville used
it
to
was
be
awesome. It wasn't a packed out show or anything, but it was a blast, and they sounded great. I'm fucking excited to honestly see Crop again because we caught them the one time. I didn't know what to expect, and they kind of fucking I don't know. I Jimmy keeps making fun of me because we played a show in Asheville and I got kind of drunk afterwards and was like, I can't describe this music, dude. It's like it's not doom or stoner metal, but it kind of is. Uh, so I'm excited to catch it again live.
it's I think they like I know they describe it as sad boy music.
Yeah,
Um
that's what it is, but it's also like it's like big hairy sad boy music.
yeah, yes. It is it's it's sad caveman boy music.
Yeah, it's a broken hearted caveman.
Yeah, but it's it's fucking rad. So Crop, dude, I Ron and I talk about this often. I saw like their second or third show as a
Oh shit.
fucking band, and it was completely by accident, dude. I
Was it
fucking
good?
yeah, it was great. Do you know the band Extinction AD?
No. I immediately thought of Entombed AD.
Oh yeah, nope. Do you
Different
know
band.
the band This Is Hell?
Yeah, I've heard their name.
Okay,
Uh,
so a couple of dudes from This Is Hell, like towards This Is Hell's like hiatus, they've started doing Extinction AD. So Extinction AD is kind of a crossover with an emphasis on like thrash type
mhm.
music. So they were playing a show at fucking Mag Bar, and dude, I've been trying to see them for years. At this point, it was I can tell you, like, I remember in 2016 trying to go fucking see them, and they were supposed to play Cincinnati, and day of the show got canceled, so they ended up in Cleveland, and I was like, I'm not making that fucking drive tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So they were playing in 21. They were on their way to Full Terror Assault, and they were playing at Mag Bar, and Crop was on it. I went for Extinction AD, and I was just like, what in the fuck is this, dude? Like,
Dude, fuck yeah. That's a good get for like early show too.
yeah, yeah, it really like it was super cool, and it's cool watching them like same thing, right, with you guys, just like grow and build, because that's fucking huge. So I think I might be wrong, and God, I hope that I am. I hope that I'm not. I think Hastronaut plays. When do they play? Do they play Friday night?
I don't know. I'm gonna level with you, Tom. I've just seen the festival poster with everybody
Yes, me
as
too.
one.
Yeah, I'm like, I got it pulled up, and I don't know. Maybe it is Astronaut are playing Saturday. Maybe they're playing Friday. I don't know. That's a band that you should see if you haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. What what's it like?
It is a fucking wall of sound. They are, I mean, they're doom, for they're
Dude, well that's
fucking
the best. Okay, that's the best thing is when it's like they're this, I guess.
yeah.
I think I like any band immediately where it's like, all right, you're not doing a really good job at a thing. You know, it's like you're doing something, even if you do a bad job at it. I kind of appreciate it more when it's like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah. They're fucking God, they're heavy. They're great. They're super good dudes. So that's fucking rad. Then Crystal Spiders will be there.
Oh fuck yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they're
In,
awesome.
Insomniac will be there. Swamp
No,
Hawk.
I'm thinking of a totally different band. I do not know Insomniac.
Insomniac are, I think they're out of Atlanta.
Okay,
Uh, I'd ask Braun if he was here, but he is not here. He fucking, of course, knows all that shit. Swamp Hawk. Have you seen Swamp Hawk?
now
They're fucking rad, dude. Um,
I'm excited. There's a bunch of bands that's like names been floating around. I mean, to be honest, I've been listening to a lot of like fucking Muddy Waters,
oh,
Zeppelin
cool.
recently.
Yeah.
But there's these bands that have popped up throughout the last few years that are legalized. I'm really excited to see, like figure out what's going on with that.
I think you're gonna be blown away, dude. Like there's just some amazing talent on this fucking bill. Supreme Mystic are out of Detroit. The dude Chino, the front guy for Supreme Mystic, used to do a bunch of he's in a bunch of hardcore bands. He played in Cold as Life out of Detroit. He did was he with Sworn Enemy, and I think he played with like Madball and fucking a bunch of other like New York hardcore bands.
Dude, I'll spend the next, what is it? How much time do we have?
You got about 50.
16 days going through the poster
Yeah.
and listening to a record of everybody except for fucking Ooga Booga.
Fuck those guys. No, um, yeah. So, oh, Fairy Ring, dude.
Who?
Fairy Ring.
Oh yeah.
Those dudes.
That's like a name I like have seen pop up. Never crossed paths with him. Maybe
Fuck,
Jimmy
dude.
has because he cold calls people, but
They don't answer their phones, so I mean, whatever. No, Fairy Ring are super rad. Then we've got like Veil. So this is fucking. I gotta think. How many bands are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bands on Legalize, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them are third house bands.
that was gonna be the next thing I asked you. I think some of these I might recognize from the whiteboard at Reagan's house.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You for sure would have seen like Acromancer and Dead Runes, Swamp Hawk. You saw She.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's a lot of fucking names on that whiteboard, dude.
yeah, yeah. There is so much shit in the pipeline right now, and like we were talking about it maybe like 2 weeks ago. I think we just booked. We're starting to book releases in like mid 27 now.
Oh man, do you have that much faith in rock bands in their ability to agree with one another? Stay together?
I mean, I think the reality is like I have that much faith that we can sell the records whether the band's together or
Yeah.
not, you know. So as long as we can make some of that money back, whatever.
How many of those records are like done and ready to go?
Uh, I think I think we're supposed to get like over the next like 3 months, like seven. I could be wrong. I'll have to look at my fucking spreadsheet, but I think that we're expecting to get like seven records over the next couple of months. But mind
That's
you, some of these we've been waiting to fucking get for shit. One of them we've been waiting a year and a half for,
wow.
or pretty close to,
Oh,
you
it
know.
got a little bit better. We were talking to Reagan about it. Our vinyl actually for the first record came through pretty quick, but we the other band I'm in, we released an album and it was like we made it sort of right before during COVID, and it I think took like 13 months to get the like the test pressings in.
Oh yeah, we had one that um literally got lost at sea.
Really?
Yeah. I think we waited 18 months to get those records in hand.
Damn.
Like they
Wow.
fucking I don't know if they were like on a cargo ship and the ship sank or what the fuck happened, but they literally like lost at sea. So they fucking they went back and repressed everything.
Damn, dude. I mean, how many records were they pressing for that?
I don't know, like three or 400.
Okay, so the plates were all fine.
Yeah. It was just like, what the fuck? Oh, that reminds me, I got to get this other pressing for this fucking band. It's nice when bands go into like second pressing. You're like, okay, same plates, different colors.
Right. Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah. We actually just sold our last final of Year of the Hog, but
Fuck yeah.
we made 100, and we had them for probably 9 months. So
Okay, I mean, dude, that's not bad though. You know, you guys are out there hustling, people are buying it. That's the fucking good thing. But
yeah, I
now
do have 2 copies, but one's for my brother. I decided to ship it across the country to him.
tell them to come get it.
Yeah, or maybe I'll just sell that one at the merch table, mark it up.
This one was for my brother. You can buy it for this much. Okay.
Yeah, this damaged my family's relationship.
Yeah,
You
it's
can have it for $100.
so funny. So fucking funny. Okay. So hopefully you guys drive in Friday or leave Friday night and just fucking drive in.
Haul it. I think it's. I might be wrong. I might be over guessing. I think it's about 8 hours for us.
I think you're right.
So in theory, we could get there around 2.
Yeah, it's not terrible though. You're getting there
Dude,
about the time we're all fucking going to bed.
that's what I'm saying. Go terrorize all the people getting kicked out of the bars around town.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll
Yeah,
be
we'll
fun
talk through
though.
it. Jimmy's out of the country right now, so we haven't really been discussing much of anything.
No.
Um, but
What's he doing out of the
we'll
country? What the fuck?
he's on a fucking vacation
You don't get,
with his
damn it,
wife and their friends having fun.
Jimmy, you can't do that shit. We're in a band. We're in a poor
Yeah, dude, it's
band.
bullshit. Tell him I'm gonna start writing country music again if he doesn't cut it out.
Dude, listen, I want the next Ooga Booga single to have a fucking B-side with a country song.
Dude, okay, well,
I
I
like where
don't
this
know
is going
what's the next
already.
one that's coming out, but the Backyard Barbecue Bonanza is gonna be one of the next singles.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's the next one. I don't know how many we decided to do. Honestly, we talked about it, and then everything fucking changed, and so now I'm kind of out of the loop. The wheels are in motion on something. Either 1 or 2 more are going to come out.
Hell yeah. That's fucking rad. All right. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Do please do a promo for Ooga Booga at Legalize, and then we'll call it because I think I gotta call this agent to keep this deal together.
Yeah. We also just turned a fucking half-hour interview into an hour and a half. What do I say? Like, what's up, motherfuckers? Come to Legalize. I play with Ooga Booga, some shit like that.
Yeah, let's do. I need you to know this is gonna stay in the fucking episode as well. Uh, so do like actually I'll cut out some of this, whatever.
Do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
I got no
Uh,
shame.
yeah, me neither. I'm not wearing any pants, so I don't give a shit.
Really?
Um,
All right, wait. Back that camera up a little bit. Let's
so,
do that as the fun.
uh, uh, you know, hey, this is fucking Calloway with Ooga Booga. You know, your friendly
Yeah,
neighborhood
okay.
fucking
One of
metal
those,
band.
though. It can be real short.
Yes.
I don't need to tell them when we're playing or anything because I don't know that. I'd have to look it up real quick.
Well, just what I would say is do you know, we're playing Legalize Lex April 17th and 18th and blah blah blah.
Cool. Hey y'all, this is Calloway from Ooga Booga. We're playing Legalize Lex on April 18th, but you should come out April 17th. It's going to be a good time.
Why did you do that all? Dude.
Should I do it again? Should I do it again? Not all Kentuckied up.
No, I think that was great, dude. I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. Okay,
I'll
Callaway,
give you
dude.
4 or 5 more, and they'll get worse.
No, no, it's totally fine. I thought it was funny as shit, um, which would be great. All right, so, dude, I'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
Cool. Good talking, Tom.
You too, Callaway.
Have a
Have a
good
great
evening.
night. Yep.
Good luck with your deal, buddy.
Thanks, brother. See ya.